Hello and welcome to live social media news. It's Tuesday, April 19th, 2016. Let's do round 2 of this. We just had some technical difficulties, but for good. Great. So let's do that again. And welcome our co-host, Ashley Fernandez. Welcome back.
With an S.
That's an S. I'm Eamon with an E. So welcome back. She was on last week. Now she's on here. Good to see you again.
Thanks
double
for
trouble. Double trouble. So how are you doing?
Good. Good. You?
I'm kind of in. I had a little bit of stinky armpits, so I put some cologne on. And it burns. So if you learn something today, do not put cologne on your armpits because it burns like a mother.
That's not where it goes.
Jesus, God. Okay, well, let's start with some big news. What were you doing yesterday afternoon?
Yesterday afternoon, I was enjoying the sunshine.
I was not, and I'll tell you what I was doing. I was catching up on the news because something kind of terrible happened in Toronto around 2:30 p.m. yesterday at Eglinton and Bathurst Street. A scaffolding and half a building collapsed onto the street, which injured several people, including a 6-month-old baby. Everyone is still alive, but they are in hospital. It is unclear yet what caused the collapse, but there's an investigation going on with the city and the government and go and figure out what happened. But all I know is that somebody's getting sued. That's what I think.
Scary stuff here.
I think it's due to the terrible craftsmanship though. But Bathurst was blocked off for the whole day and people were trapped underneath, but they got them all out, thank God. But that's my biggest fear, getting trapped. Well, I'm sorry, bullets to the face, getting trapped and dying alone. Bullets to the face really scares the hell out of me. So that's my biggest fear though. But on some other news, we actually talked about last week. Police has identified the man that was dumped in a North York Park burn pit. They identify him as 29-year-old Toronto Julio Cesar Soto. His body, he was murdered, and it's unclear if he was murdered at the park or he was murdered somewhere else and dumped into the park. But police are trying to figure out who did it. But if you have any tips on the case or that can lead them in the right directions, you can call 911 or Toronto Crime Stoppers at 401-222-TIPS. Any information helps. So yeah, her condolences with his family and hope they find the son of a bitch who did it, or son of bitches who did that though. Still some terrible news. You have something?
We got some sad news. It's a bit of a downer. We've had a couple of earthquakes this past weekend.
In Japan, Ecuador, yeah.
In Japan, there's been a 7.3 magnitude earthquake that happened on 1:30 a.m. on Saturday. There's been 34 that have been confirmed dead, 1,500 injured. 270,000 people are affected without water or electricity right now. They are sending off some troops to the island of Kyushu. More than 150,000 people there were put into evacuating shelters. And the government is planning to also send another 5,500 police officers and members to help in the efforts and to secure the safety of their citizens.
Yes, Ecuador has reported that it's the biggest earthquake they've experienced. Again, if you want to send any relief or help or support, you can go online and figure that out. We don't, but
yeah, in Ecuador it was 4 Canadians dead. Yep.
So to all the people that were harmed, injured, hurt, and killed, our condolences to them, and hope they get on the right track to make it a better place. Scary stuff.
Sad times.
You ever been in an earthquake?
God no, thank goodness.
I've actually felt the. Actually, there was remember the Montreal earthquake a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
I actually felt the backdraft of that though. I
remember,
really? Yeah, I'm all the way in Toronto. I was lying in bed and kind of started shaking, and not for that way, but it was the aftermath of the earthquake which leaked into Toronto, which was, yeah. My parents, on their honeymoon, they actually slept through an earthquake in Los Angeles.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
we sleep through something like that.
My dad's that
on
bad.
Honeymoon, I guess they weren't really sleeping maybe.
I don't want to think my parents doing it. That's just nasty. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. On some weird, creepy news. Toronto police were called to Broadview and Gerrard Street East this morning when human remains were found in a garbage bag in a trash can behind a butcher shop. Police haven't confirmed if it's a human or an animal, but if it's a butcher shop, it could be animal. again, if it's a butcher shop, it could be a human. So the police are still investigating, and they're still trying to find out, though. Where were you on 9/11?
I was skipping school. I was skipping school with a friend of mine, and we were getting ready to meet up with some boys from another high school. And we were drinking, and we're at my house, and I got called downstairs, and I didn't even really know what was happening. It didn't stop us, though. We still
party animal right here. World tragedy, and she'll still party animal. But dumbass Donald Trump actually slurred his words yesterday at a rally in Buffalo, New York. He said he remembered where he was on the tragic day of 7/11 instead of 9/11.
Getting his free Slurpee?
Yeah, I mean, this is some cross promotion with 7/11. That's the stupidest thing I ever said. I mean, I think this is going to cost him the vote, to be honest, though. I mean, he was in New York, which also the tragedy happened. People are still... It still affects people. Yeah, it still resonates with people. But it just proves that the man's an idiot. So,
even more so.
True story, I actually was at 7-Eleven during 9/11. Why I'm making stuff? I remember I went to go get a extra large sour cherry Slurpee.
Ooh, yeah.
And I was walking and I dropped it and I started to cry because I'm a little wimp. And I remember a woman comes up to me and she's like, "It's okay, the terrorists won't win." And I was like, "No, I just dropped my Slurpee." Jesus. But that's
a lot of symbolism there. Red slushy on the ground.
Conspiracy theory, I'll tell you that. And we're gonna have Sid Goldberg next, and he knows all about conspiracy theories. See what I do there? I'm like a weaver. I weave stuff in.
Basket weaver.
Huge conspiracy theory. But also some serious news. I'm gonna butcher this name, so I do apologize. Ottawa, Ontario. Is everything okay there, sirs? Yes, Ontario in the First Nations is dealing with a huge suicide pact. The state is in crisis. They've been announced a state of crisis after a suicide pact of 13 young Aboriginal, which also included a 19-year-old, have been unraveled. The leader of the First Nation in North Ontario has said that they are overwhelmed by the suicide crisis, and extra police have been called up to the First Nations area to send help out and to talk to people. Deputy Grand Chief has said that there is no youth mental health worker there, and it's being affected by the people. It's sad, to be honest.
That's really sad stuff.
I mean, they're not getting the right help, and yeah. So yeah, we've also North and South Carolina has had a new bill that's been passed saying that transgender bathroom laws. So they're pretty much stating that the transgender people, whatever gender they were born with, they have to use that bathroom, which a lot of people are in outrage for it, because saying they've chosen what gender they want to become because they don't feel, concerned. Which I think they should use the bathroom they're the most comfortable with. Yep. If you're transgender and you're a woman and you become a man, I think you can use the man's bathroom because you choose to live your life as a man. So, but a lot of celebrities and big names have used to protest this. Bruce Springsteen and Bryan Adams have canceled their tours in North Carolina and Mississippi against the bathroom ban. Also, Mumford & Sons will donate all their proceeds from their North Carolina show to the LGBT organization. But Justin Bieber says he won't cancel his tour. That proves the lies will last, to be honest, though. Also, a 20-year-old man was shot and killed at Coxwell and Danforth at 1:30 a.m. Sunday morning in front of Cloud9 Cafe. This is kind of more suspicious because he's the third person to be murdered in front of that cafe since 2014. Firefighter from Markham was there and was stabbed. Another person was shot and killed in front of that cafe, and now sadly this 20-year-old man was shot and killed.
What's your theory?
I don't want to say because I don't want to be shot, but something fishy's going on, to be honest, and I hope the police look into that, though. Also, some more sad. It's the news. There's sad news all the time.
So sad.
Actress from Everybody Loves Raymond, Doris Roberts, has died at the age of 90. Yes, Raymond's mom, and also she was in Grandma's Boy. She played the grandma. She had passed away at the ripe age of 90 years old. She leaves a body of work, which includes the long-running she's Emmy-winning series Everybody Loves Raymond, Grandma's Boy, National Lampoon's Christmas, and many, many others. She was in an episode of Full House once.
Really?
Yeah, she played Danny Tanner's mom.
Really?
Yeah.
She's always playing moms, that one.
Well, she's not going to play dad.
No.
Jesus.
Auntie, maybe?
Auntie. Whatever. But do you remember a couple months ago the Toronto Shoppers Drug Mart stabber, or the killer? Well, stabber, she stabbed the person.
Yes.
Yes, Ronnie Besser. She just went in to a random Shoppers Drug Mart in Toronto and stabbed a poor young lady. The young lady was rushed to hospital but died of her injuries. But apparently the killer has been hospitalized. She was supposed to appear in court via satellite, but they said that she was sent to hospital. The jail won't say why she was sent to hospital or what hospital indeed she was sent to, so it's been a big mystery. Even more weird news, as her lawyer left the courthouse, a young, tall, long-haired man handed her lawyer a note saying that he wanted to go on a date with her.
Oh my
goodness. So all these killers have
fetishes, right?
Yeah, Charles Manson got married to, what was her name? Like Star Moonbeam? Wherever.
Richard Ramirez?
Yeah.
The nice stalker, he got married to like his #1 fan. She was by his side the whole time.
Talk about, you have to really love someone if they're a killer and you want to date them.
They didn't even know them. They were like, it's like letter correspondence and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and they fall in love. I mean, geez.
Crazy.
I think they're more messed up than the killers, to be honest. You want to live your life and be married to a killer. But would you ever date a killer?
Oh my god, I'd be terrified every night. How could I sleep?
With one eye open, though. Well, would that make the sex great, though? You know that little twist, though, like he could kill me like that. Would it make, or she? There's plenty of women killers. You could be a killer. I don't know. I'm not a killer, but I'm saying
ignore the safe word.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of weird to be honest, though. There's a little bit of thrill to it, though. But I mean, you don't want to piss them off. I don't know. I would never date a killer because I open my mouth way too much. I'd probably say the wrong thing and boom, frying pan to the face.
Yeah, it'd probably be like very short-lived marriage.
See, short-lived. My girlfriend is not a killer, but I'm pretty sure she'll kill me soon, though. I'm just gonna say that right there. If I end up dead, you know who turn is either Ashley or my girlfriend or my mother or my grandmother or my sister's ex-girlfriend, teachers, pretty much anyone. Yeah, anyone who crossed my path is a suspect. So be prepared. But we also have a field reporter with my Uncle Michael. We have a new thing we're gonna do called Redneck Rant. So I'm going to pass it off to my Uncle Michael. Take a look at this thing called Redneck Rant. And 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
All right, sign off.
Today I would like to talk about driving tips. I'm not sure between driving school and adulthood where most Canadians and most drivers on the road lost their way about turn signals. But here I'm going to explain what it is. On the left side of the steering column, there's a stick thing in behind the steering wheel. It's called a turn signal indicator. Now, you would need to lift your fucking lazy left arm up and either push that signal lever in the upwards direction to indicate a right turn or a right lane change, idiot. Vice versa for the left. The only thing different between the right and the left is you pull the lever down. That's called a left indication. Helps the rest of us motorists drive around you without hitting you because it tells us what you plan on doing. It's not rocket science, fuckface. So now that we got that out of the way, now let's talk about overtaking a vehicle on a highway or a busy roadway and you want to go faster than the guy in front of you. So you would lift your fucking lazy arm again, pull the lever down, indicating a left lane change. Or right if you're on a multi-lane freeway, whatever you plan on doing. I don't give a fuck. It's your business. But indicate it. That's what it's there for. Take the lane. Now that you're in that lane, don't do a mile an hour faster than the next guy fucking freezing up traffic. That really kind of pisses the rest of us off because we might be in a little bit more of a hurry. It's just common courtesy to kind of scoot traffic along. So get the fuck out of the way, move on to your boring life so the rest of us can get to our boring lives at whatever pace we want, fucktard, and have a nice fucking day. Don't get upset when I drive by or the next guy drives by and looks at you like you're a fucking idiot because you're holding up traffic because there's 30 cars behind you waiting for you to pass that one fucking car, dumbass. Anyway, that's my fucking piece for the day. Thank you, Eamon. Have yourself a good day. This is Mike Hector from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm out. Fuck ya.
That's my Uncle Mike for you. We're going to get tons more of those redneck rants in the future, so I want to give a big thanks to my Uncle Mike. I'm with publisher, director, manager, editor, and host of Earth Mystery News, Sid Goldberg. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So before I'm going to tell everybody what's going on here at Distractional.com. Distractional, we've done something. We've taken the word lifestyle and live streaming and combined it to a simple word, lifestyle. Here at Distractional Studios, we have a series of shows. We got Holly Wolf TV with former Playboy Playmate, Holly Wolf TV. I actually auditioned for that show, but apparently I'm not sexy enough for that show, so I'm still in some talks to maybe get my own Playboy show, but no one's going to tune into that. We also have Mixed Exclusive with the DJs that will follow this show. We have this show right here, live social media news, Spirit of Tea, and we have the D channel, and also we have a special project, Ease in Abundance, and of course the host to EMN, Earth Mystery News, Sid Goldberg, once again. So again, welcome to the show. Good to have you on. So what is your show?
So Earth Mystery News is presently an online website, and our goal is to be live streaming. So we're starting off slowly and organically, and basically we're about everything from the paranormal to the esoteric to UFOs, abductions, science, what's going on in the universe, and some conspiracy theories. And we want to be the credible source online to bring the alternative news mainstream.
That's a cool, creative idea, though. So I've actually had experience with aliens in the past, though. I can't speak for you. Have you yet, or no?
No, you're speaking for you.
I'm speaking for me. You can speak for yourself. But quick story. Back around 2014, I was girlfriend was at the house, and her dad was in town, and he was staying there talking. I'm in the shower naked, lather and soap on me, and I look out my window, and I see 3 lights, which is in a triangle Dorito shape, and they're just hovering in the air. First I thought it was a plane, but no. All of a sudden the lights started to flicker, and they weren't moving. One of the top light shut off and disappeared. The other one just flickered and disappeared, and the other one just went and shot off and disappeared. I couldn't run to tell anyone because I was naked, so no one believed me. But it was actually over the Scarborough area, so that's my claim to fame with aliens. But I do believe there's something out there.
And you know what, Scarborough area does have a lot of reports over the years. I actually never saw anything in my life until last summer. And in last summer, sitting on the rooftop downtown in Toronto, just looking up, I had 5 different sightings, all within a Sunday to Sunday in August. And I think perhaps a couple of them were really impressive. They were all impressive, but one in particular stood out for me because, and each time I didn't have my camera or my phone up on my rooftop.
You never known us.
But you know what I had? I had one of those laser astro pointers where you could like point them up at the stars, and it's a green strong laser. I don't even know if they're legal in Canada, but they are in the States.
If it isn't, we'll edit that part out. But
we're good. And so, you know, those are the ones when you point them towards planes, you get arrested.
Yeah.
So I know the flight path over my head where I live, and you know when the front lights are on, they're below 10,000 feet, and then after that they go off, whether they're coming in for a landing or going out. But in this one night, 2 things happened, all within about 20 minutes of each other. There was you know, like when you go to the store and you buy those disc-like lights that you put in your closet, and you like click it, and they're a bit domed on the
It looks
bottom.
like the panic button in a movie.
That's right, exactly like that. So there's one like that, and it was pulsing slowly on, slowly off, like fade on, fade off. I thought, that is not a plane. There's no lights or no flashing or anything. So I had the laser pointer because I like to get my app out and find the stars and point to them. So I zapped it a couple of times, and it stopped fading in and out, but like a shadow edging of it went really fast away. So I'm thinking, wow, that's really cool. What was that? 20 minutes later, from the same direction, going from the north end of the city towards the moon, which is in the south at that time, there was something, it looked like a satellite because it was sort of like a 4-to-1 ratio of width to length, and slowly it's spinning like as if in slow motion, going overhead, and it's in a ball of amber light and then green light. And I thought, like, what's keeping it up? And so I took out my zapper again, my laser pointer, and I'm like zapping it. And by how it's hitting the side of it, I know it's not that very far away, because sometimes late at night I could zap other buildings downtown at the side, never through the windows, but but at the side, and I know by how it hits the side of the building how far that is. So this couldn't have been more than 4,000, 5,000 feet high at the most, and I could see it was like that big. So then it's spinning slowly and slowly, and I'm zapping it, and I could see it's a kind of grayish texture, matte finish, wasn't glossy at all, and I could see where I'm hitting it, but because it's slowly turning, it's moving. And that was wild, because when that was happening, there were still the commercial planes taking their normal path overhead, but that just went overhead. And I was with somebody at the time, we both saw it and said, what's that? How could it be remaining in the sky if there are no wings or propulsion or sound? So things are going on, but we're not habituated to looking up into the sky, but stuff goes on.
Yeah. I mean, back to my story where you said a lot of stuff over Scarborough. I mean, the airport's west, Scarborough's east, Billy Bishop Airport is also west, so we can't blame the airport and people just, oh, it's just planes, but like majority of planes around to the west though are coming from Montreal, but they're going completely around. So I do believe there's something out there. I do believe in conspiracy theories. I believe that we're not alone. The galaxy's huge, millions and billions of different light speed. Got my words all. I believe there's something out there. That's what I'm trying to say.
And there is. You know, according to my research, I'm doing a pilot now that we're hoping to. We've done the pilot. We're in the process of selling it to the networks now. And it lives on our website, earthmysterynews.com presently. But
Distractional Studios.
And Distractional Studios as well. And what's really amazing is, in the research I've done, I was looking to see how many people have made the claim that I've been abducted. We're not talking about people who, did you think you see a UFO or not? We're talking about people who've actually said, I've had that experience. They've come out of the fear of being humiliated or being picked on. So the statistic is 4% of the population believes they've actually had a contact experience. Now 4% in the US adds up to about 13 million people, more than everybody in New York City, who've come out to say, I've had that experience. Now, years ago, if you were gay and you said, I'm gay, and all the humiliation, everything that took place because of that, there were so many more people who wouldn't admit to it, who wouldn't come out, and it was always a big thing, have so-and-so come out, why haven't they come out? In the same way, people who have had contact experiences are starting to come out more and more. And if those are the ones, 13 million say, I've had the experience, can you imagine how many more? So through Earth Mystery News, I want to make it a credible place for people to do research, to read things, to find out what's going on, and to decide for themselves. Because so many times people say to me, Sid, I'm sort of curious about this, but where can I go to learn more? There's so much out there, and there is. And a lot of it is BS, a lot of it is hoax, especially the visuals with all the CGI and everything. But I want Earth Mystery News to be the legitimate go-to place for this information, because we've got associated with us some of the top people in the world who are researchers, authors, lecturers, who are associated with us, who are presenting on our website. So we bring that credibility factor. I myself, as a 2-time Emmy Award-winning director, bring a certain amount of credibility to the research. And when we go live regularly to have this as a streaming news service, it will be the go-to place for this information.
Side note, I've told an Emmy before, it is heavy. It is heavy. And I'm a weak man, it's heavy. But to Earth Mystery News though, Hollywood pretty much takes their idea and they run with it with alien abduction. It's usually the whole, for jokes wise, you get abducted by little green men, you get anal probed. But that's not the case though. In most abduction stories, it's not the whole, pinned to a steel table and, you get, probed and stuff. Is there a familiar kind of story about people that have been abducted that kind of seem the same path to kind of follow?
Yeah, that's a great question. There are it happens on different levels. It happens on the 3D level where people have a contact experience, and even the ones who recall some kind of physical probing, for lack of better words, or physical exploration. On a certain level, it sounds like a violation, and yet you talk to these people, and hardly anyone that I've ever met, and I've met literally hundreds, if not more, none of them regret the experience. Rather, when it stops happening, they want more, and that's because they have an experience that is an expanded state of consciousness. And I think that's the bottom line here, is that there's a physical level of contact, like you and me in front of each other. There's other dimensional levels, and people tend to dismiss them. It's on another dimension, but it's like, even with our vision, we see a certain spectrum of light and frequency. There's a lot more other color and a lot more other frequencies out there, but because we don't see them, we say, it's not out there. It is out there. And so consciousness, both through quantum science and theory and science everywhere, we know there's a field of consciousness everywhere, widespread in the universe. It's one field. So a lot of these beings have the ability through telepathy and I guess other ways of communication to contact people, to be there as a presence, but more subtle, the same way that if you're a ghost hunter, you could measure electromagnetic frequencies that are different in the room. Sometimes it's colder, sometimes things can move. It's a hard thing to explain when you only think this is the reality on the physical level, but there's a lot more. And if consciousness is the name of the game, a lot of them who are much more developed can talk directly to you without words. And those experiences, as subtle as they are, for the people who have those experiences, they're dramatic, because unlike a dream that's hazy, and they are so vivid, they're almost more vivid than what's happening here and now.
Well, I believe that people have been abducted because if you are just making it up for attention, it gets to a point where you get tired with the lies. There's some people that stick to it and they run with it and they believe it. So why do you think that why do you think aliens have not come down and be like, hey, here we are, boom?
They have, and they've interacted with a lot of people. But do you think the news represents everything that goes on? There's so many military people that I've met at a high level who, after retirement, are starting to share their story before they die. Presidents have acknowledged it. Jimmy Carter's acknowledged it. Astronauts have acknowledged it. It's just not a Hollywood presentation the way people think they would like to see it, and even then they would question it. So it's been happening since day one in our history.
The Canadian defense minister actually came out and said there is aliens out there. Yep, there is aliens. He believes that aliens have landed on Earth and they live among us. So, I mean, if you kind of goofy question, but if you were to meet aliens, you had to ask them one question. What would that one question be? Top of your head.
I think the question would be, I remember saying that question to somebody many, many years ago when I was a teenager, and I think the question would be, what is your belief in terms of the whole cosmology of the source? What's your concept of the source? And that trickles down to how we became human beings on this planet, to everything. There's so much involved, but you know what? I like taking an evidential approach to things, and we all do. And so, for example, there are two women that I have on camera. One is the star of one pilot, the other one's going to be a documentary specifically. But this one woman attracts 21 little magnets all over her body. Humans are anti-magnetic. We don't attract magnetism, we repel it.
We're not Terminators.
We are not.
I wish.
And why is it that magnets stick to this person? So we had on camera, we had somebody surgically remove something under her skin. We brought it to the science labs at the university, and what we found was we couldn't find an explanation as to why she was attracting magnetism. And on top of it, so we found two anomalies, but the third anomaly happened after we left the laboratories. And what we found was something was growing on the slides of skin that we found, and we can't explain what that is. So there's so much we don't understand, and the evidential approach that I want to take on Earth Mystery News is to bring science to factual experience and try and come to some understanding. And I believe the end game is really a consciousness story, universal awareness, call it spiritual, call it ET, call it anything, but it all merges together as one.
Did you like the movie E.T.?
Loved it.
Great movie. Actually, I will give my little rant about E.T. later on, but again, Hollywood obviously fabricates, they want the money, they want the crowd, they want stuff. If you haven't, that's totally fine. Have you witnessed a movie, Hollywood stream, that you're thinking, that's the closest they've actually been to maybe telling the truth or maybe getting the truth? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure Star Wars is not up there, but
Star Trek is.
Yeah, Star Trek. But we also have some breaking news coming in. Blue Jays have defeated Boston Red Sox 4-3. And let's take a look at the box office for 1 second. The Jungle Book has grossed $103 million, and Barbershop 3 has grossed $20.24 million. The Boss, $9.9 million, and Batman vs. Superman, who cares about that movie? That movie blew. But sorry, back to the question. what movie or TV show do you feel that has been the closest to represent what's really out there?
I really find two of them are my favorites. One is the X-Files, because they do talk about how the government hides information and how they try and disclose it in the shows. Not all of them. Some of them are very out there.
There's like one where they went to the Brady Bunch house. That was
I haven't seen
that was like the later
I
episode.
think I'll pass that one.
Yeah.
But I think that's a really good representation of what's going on. And Star Trek series, I thought was quite fascinating because they're really jumping into the future.
Are you talking about the whole story or just talking about the first one?
I think the Next Generation and perhaps Voyager. Those two in particular, because they talk about all different kinds of races in the in the universe, of beings who represent, some of them I believe represent beings that have been talked about here visiting us and offering those kind of characteristics, as well as a higher intelligence, a higher diplomacy of interaction, and a higher consciousness in general. And I think that's a very good representation too.
Well, you know, Captain Kirk was falling with the ladies. Would you, if it was doable, would you support interspecies relationships and if they could reproduce?
You know, a lot of people say that we are the product of interspecies relationship.
And I can see that, to be honest.
And in the Bible, they often quote the one line where they say, the sons of gods married the daughters of man. And it's like, what? The sons of gods, daughters of man? So those are two different things going on. If they were the sons of gods, if we replaced the word gods and called them visitors, because they were so advanced in their technology we didn't know what to call them. So if those beings mixed with the daughters of man, then that mixture, that hybridization, later became what eventually we are now, or what some people say the leaders in power, like royalty around the world and that kind of thing. Maybe it's part of that bloodline, but that's a whole big thing.
Yeah.
But later this summer, by the way, coming to Toronto is one of the world's foremost psychotherapist, hypnosis experts, whose specialty is people who have had abduction experiences. Barbara Lamb, she teaches at the University in California. She'll be coming to Toronto, sponsored by Earth Mystery News, giving a lecture at the University of Toronto, the J.R. McLeod building, and she'll be talking about her latest book, Hybrids. And that addresses exactly what you're talking about now.
I had a good question, but I just got wrapped up into what you said. But yeah, I know what I was going to say. But if you take a look back, you know, you look at the Bible, look at hieroglyphics. They've actually shown some, like there's UFOs, you know, painted in backgrounds of paintings. There's been weird spaceships that have been thousands and thousands of years. But I mean, if there is something out there, I do think they should come down and say hi, because I'm bored with people. I want to meet some aliens.
Well, high five.
Well, nice to meet you,
Let's
sir.
go to commercial.
We'll go to commercial, yes. Doing my job and doing it better. We're going to do a quick commercial. Sid, thank you for being on the show. And if you want to check
Everybody
out the show,
go www.earthmysterynews.com. Like us on Facebook, share our stories, and check it out, because it's the real deal.
Yeah, interesting man. I'm going to watch the show for sure. Check it out. And we're going to cut to commercial, like you said. We'll be right back with the lovely Ashley again. Thank you, Sid.
Thank you.
So I just got wrapped. hosting. Welcome back. Thank you to Sig Goldberg for that. And welcome back, Ashley. How you doing, Ashley?
Good,
welcome
good.
back.
Disappeared.
So, boom, like that. Aliens. So, Winnipeg radio host Dave Wheeler of 92 City FM came under some hot water. The morning radio host actually posted a cartoon it's a song mixed with animation on his blog that was a little bit insensitive and racist. People found out. It was the song called Transcona Girls and North End Boys. The song said stuff like from passed around this great big town and they just don't seem to care, and girls and women living in the North End really like to stab you and steal your bike. If you're from Winnipeg like I am, a lot of people of the Native American sort live up north, and a lot of people found that highly offensive, so they got to Facebook and to form a protest outside of the radio station. And well, there we go. Sorry, Bono was not the radio host, but if that would have been hilarious. But they went to protest the song, and he actually was suspended off, and actually it kind of started a small little civil war in Winnipeg with half the people saying he should be fired for being insensitive, and
We don't all steal bikes.
yeah, and another are you Native American? No, well, she just but I'm not saying Native people no, but half the people were saying that he should be fired, and another half people saying it's a joke, grow up, why is everyone so why is people so PC nowadays? But he actually got his job back, and he actually wrote on the website, I want to apologize to our loyal viewers, listeners, and City of Winnipeg for the 2 videos that were posted on our site yesterday. They were insensitive and went too far. We love the city, and we loved and the work we like, all of you. We've never meant to offend the great people of Winnipeg, and of that I am truly sorry. So, do you think he should have been suspended or no?
Tough call.
I mean,
if you're getting to a point where you're offending people.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's 50-50. I mean, they play rap music that offends people. Howard Stern offends people, and he makes millions and millions and millions of dollars in viewers. So, again, you have to look at it from a different, But Bono, let's pop that pretty Irishman back up there. Bono went to Congress, and he said the one way to take down ISIS is with laughter, not violence. Yes, Bono has a serious plan, and this is not a joke, to be honest. Bono has actually said that his plan to take down ISIS is to form a Justice League trio that would include Sacha Baron Cohen from Ali G, Borat, and Bruno, comedian Amy Schumer, and comedian Chris Rock. He's quoted in saying in front of the Senate, saying, "It's like you speak violence when you speak their language. But if you laugh at them when they goose step down the street, it takes away their power. So I'm suggesting the Senate send in Amy Schumer, Sacha Baron Cohen, and Chris Rock to take down them."
My question is, are they like Amy, Sasha, and Chris? Like, are they for this?
Well, Amy Schumer actually went to Twitter and said, "Holy shit." So I don't know if that's holy shit yes or holy shit shut your mouth, though.
That'd be a lineup that I'd want to watch.
I mean, I believe in, non-violence, but again, if someone has a gun at you, the last thing I want to do is a knock-knock joke, to be honest. I mean, that Bono needs to take off his glasses and look at the real world, to be honest, though. But also, did you watch the Blue Jays game yesterday?
I caught snippets of it, yes. We beat them 4-3.
Yes, and everyone gathered to, what do they call in front of the stadium? What do they call it?
It's Maple Leaf Square.
As we know, where the Toronto Raptors.
But when the Raptors play, it's Jurassic Park.
See, I didn't know that. Okay, I'm from Winnipeg, like I said. And it said on the news, people gathered Jurassic Park. I thought, holy shit, there's a real Jurassic Park. I got excited. I was saving up my pennies to buy a ticket to Jurassic Park. I don't care if people get eaten. But it turns out that little area in front of the area in front of the stadium is called Jurassic Park. So screw you,
just when the Raptors are playing.
Whatever. It's a cool name.
Maple Leaf Square.
I would go for Jurassic Park. Would you?
Yeah.
I would actually. I would be the guy that would get eaten, to be honest, though. But did you watch Power Rangers growing up?
Yes, I did.
So they released the first image of the new Power Rangers movie. Elizabeth Bank is playing Rita Repulse, you know her. But again, people are kind of complaining, saying they're whitewashing it, because as you know, Rita before was played by Asian actress on the show, and a lot of other stuff again whitewashed. The new movie Ghost in the Shell, the anime, they're using Scarlett Johansson to play the lead character, and again she was Asian. And the new Doctor Strange movie is played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Cumberbatch, is that
Cumberbatch?
Whatever. they're saying that.
Sherlock.
Yeah, they're pretty much saying that Hollywood is just whitewashing all the different races to make it more. But I actually, but writer and director Max Landis, he actually posted a video saying the reason behind this, which kind of opens their eyes. He's kind of saying the reason that Hollywood is doing this is that they want to sell tickets. And again, nowadays there's less and less mainstream Hollywood actors. I mean, Julia Roberts has direct-to-video movies. Nicolas Cage also has direct. I mean, there's a small group of main A-lister Hollywood actors. I mean, name the big names for actresses, and there's Scarlett Johansson, there's Jennifer Lawrence. Who else?
Emily Blunt.
Yeah, Emma Stone. There's not a big, huge pool of different diversity of people. So Hollywood's looking at the big stand. They want to sell tickets. Mm-hmm. They know that Scarlett Johansson's a name. They know that Benedict Cumberbatch is a big name, and they send their they want the big tickets because Japan, China, they take up the majority of domestic box office. So I mean, I'm already whitewashed. Look at me. I look like I'm made of marshmallows, to be honest. So
I guess it's the biggest audience they can go for.
I mean, I think they should stick to the source material and get who. I think Marvel's doing it. They're casting people to look like the costumes, not look like the costume, but the costumes. Before, when movies came out, like superhero movies, it was just copying the Matrix. Black leather, boom, there you go. Now they're trying to make it actually right to the source material. Like Deadpool. Like Deadpool just looked like boom. Yeah. Olivia Munn is Psylocke. Boom, just looks ripped from the comic though. But speaking of Deadpool, Deadpool 2 has been confirmed. Everyone's coming back. Director Tim Miller, Ryan Reynolds, the cast is coming back. They're actually going to start shooting later this year. Might come down in 2017 or 2018. Cable's going to be in it for sure. But yeah, so moving on. KFC pulls and apologizes for their Australian commercial ad for the new hot and spicy ad. We have a photo of that for the KFC. It looks like, what does that look like to you? They post this on Twitter. We didn't edit it. This is what they did. It looks like she's giving him a nice little hand job, to be honest.
Dessert?
That's two things don't go hand in hand. KFC and hand jobs. It would make a great night, though.
Especially hot and
spicy. A bucket of KFC and a hand job, that sounds like a great night, to be honest, though. But that's greasy, to be honest. That is beyond greasy, and that's the worst pun I'm doing. Louis C.K., yes, the comedian.
Love him.
He was on Howard Stern the other day. He said that he's now millions of dollars in debt due to his internet show Horace and Pete after it failed. But the thing he said it failed, he just said what he did was he made the show. He cast Steve Buscemi, Alan Alda, Jessica Lange, and Edie Falco, and he just emailed a couple people on a mailing list, and just boom, no marketing post of this show. He said there's going to be, actually got great reviews, but there's going to be no second season because the show has put him millions of dollars because he took it out of his own pocket. But everyone loves Steve Buscemi.
And Louis C.K. is so funny.
Everyone loves him. Axl Rose has been confirmed to be the new AC/DC lead singer. He's replacing Brian Johnson. But, sorry, what was that there, beautiful? Oh, okay, I have to be more interactive with Ashley. Ashley, how are you?
Good, how are you?
They can't see your hand there. By the way, do you like the movie Jumanji?
I did. I love Jumanji.
Yes, Robin Williams. Sorry, I'm just being a creeper right now. But sorry, the new reboot is actually going to have the rumors that it's going to be The Rock and Kevin Hart.
Ooh.
No, please don't. Please do not. Please do not.
It's a funny duo, right?
No, don't.
No, okay.
Did you like Batman vs Superman?
No.
No one did. But apparently Ben Affleck is going to direct and star in his own solo Batman movie. They're filming in England.
I did like him as Batman.
Yeah, he was a great Batman, to be honest, though. But that's going to come out the next couple of years. James Cameron's confirmed a series of new Avatar movies.
Yes, this is so exciting.
No, it's not. Again, I hated that movie.
Why?
Because it was boring. It was like Dance with the Wolves meets Smurfs.
So
it was boring. But apparently the sequels are coming out in 2018, 2020, 2022, and 2023. Jesus.
I'm excited.
Segue. 23 Jump Street is going to be combining with Men in Black. So they've already had 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street. Now they're going to take 23 Jump Street and combine it with Men in Black. I'm going to say it right here. It's going to star Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. But so help me God, if you cast Jaden Smith as Will Smith's younger self, I will riot.
Here we go.
I will riot, though, to be honest, though. Speaking of, do you love Channing Tatum?
No.
You don't? I love Channing Tatum. Why don't you love him?
I don't know. He's just not one that I've Really good. I always think of him in those dance movies.
He's like grinding. Every girl loves that.
Not Magic Mike, not those dance movies.
Step Up.
Yeah, those ones.
Step Up to the Streets. But apparently, Channing Tatum's actually going to be in the new Kingsman movie. Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle.
Oh, I love that movie. There's pugs in that movie.
So was Men in Black. There's pugs in any movie.
Yes, that's why I love that movie.
But so people are going to be, Elton John's going to be in it.
Oh, fun.
Yes, and apparently there's a little hint that Colin Firth is coming back, though.
Okay, that's exciting.
Well, thanks for that.
It was a lot of fun.
So the Loch Ness Monster. Yes, we all know the Loch Ness Monster. Apparently he was found...
Nessie?
You hear about this?
No.
Yeah, he was found in the Loch Ness, to be honest, but it turned out it was a giant robot Loch Ness that was from the 1970 movie, The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes. They found it, but it turned out to be a robot, to be honest.
It's all been a hoax?
Yes.
It's all been a hoax?
Yeah. It wasn't a hoax.
The whole time?
It was from the movie prop. They left it. It collapsed underneath the water, and they thought it was the Loch Ness, but it turned out it was a robot. But I don't believe in Loch Ness. Do you? I believe in aliens.
No, but people they make their livelihood.
Yeah, they have a lot of free time
on
to
this.
So.
I think there's a guy that lives by the water.
Yeah, there's many people.
Does like tours and stuff.
Led Zeppelin will face charges of plagiarism. Yes, a court has said that the smash hit of Stairway to Heaven was copied the song Taurus by Spirit. The judge has ruled in favor of the song Taurus and saying what Taurus or Stairway to Heaven?
No, Stairway to Heaven.
Everyone knows Stairway to Heaven. But no, that's the thing. They stole it from a different song that's not hugely popular, and they have to pay royalties to the band Spirit. But the NBA is now getting into marketing. The NBA, well, they are before, but now the NBA has said they're going to sell ad space on jerseys now. For the 2017 to the 2018 season, they're going to start putting ads on the jerseys. You know who I feel bad for? The guy who has to wear the Viagra jersey. I mean, that's going to be hard for him to do. But if you were an NBA player, what marketing would you promote?
I don't know. That'd be hard. I'd probably do some kind of brand.
Well, yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
But what's the brand?
I don't know. Nike, maybe?
Nike.
Adidas?
Everyone does. Jeez.
Distractional?
Ooh, nice little, speaking of that, though. But actually, some weird and stupid news, to be honest. Famous actor Harrison Ford was actually was wanted by the beach police where he lived. So I'll give you the story behind this. So he was wanted for domestic abuse with his wife Calista Flocker. But here's what the story is. So they're training a bunch of police officers, and they said to them, "Okay, just make up a fake report for training about domestic abuse, and write it out, and make up a fake character." And people made up fake names. One dumbass police officer wrote Harrison Ford as his made-up person, and he accidentally submitted it. It went through. It went past everyone, and it got submitted to the police.
So
they went to his house, and he was completely innocent.
It makes me feel better.
Yeah, no,
Harrison, because it was a little heartbreaking.
Harrison Ford, they made a huge mistake. And who picks a person in the area, famous actor, who is married?
Really?
Yes, I mean, so everything's cleared off. He did not domestic abuse his wife, but so that's thank God.
Thank goodness.
Yes, but sidetrack to Harrison Ford. Han Solo's jacket that he wore in The Force Awakens was sold at auction for $1,901,000. So $191,000. That makes more sense. All proceeds went to the NYU Medical Center in research for epilepsy and seizures. So his daughter suffers from them, which is not nice.
No.
And so would you buy that jacket? Would you rather buy the jacket from Force Awakens or from the New Hope or the original trilogy?
I think the original trilogy for sure. It'd be worth a lot more. And how cool would it be to have that jacket?
But the Force Awakens, spoiler alert, is the last jacket he ever wore. The first or last jacket.
I would still do the first, I think.
I think the fedora.
You know what I really want? Yeah, the fedora from Indiana Jones.
Or
the whip.
You know that's made from kangaroo hide and cowhide?
Sad. But
Have you ever whipped a whip?
I don't know if I want to share that.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's whipped a whip though. You know who's a piece of shit? Justin Bieber.
Who doesn't crap a whip, right?
You know who's a piece of shit? Justin Bieber. And I'll tell you why. What?
POS.
POS. You know the POS? Justin Bieber. I'll tell you why. So a couple days ago, Justin Bieber was choked out by one of his crew members, rapper Post Morton, after Bieber lit him with a cigarette.
He's not gonna eat.
We talked about that. Yeah, we talked about that already. But apparently, so apparently the rapper was on stage and he was rapping, and Justin Bieber put out his cigarette on him. The rapper continued rapping and kept his cool, which is like a professional. And there's a photo of it actually that resurfaced behind the scenes that after the show he choked out Justin Bieber. But then the rapper...
I'm coming.
Yeah, well, that man's my new hero. But Justin Bieber, the rapper said, oh, everything's all cool and everything's, we just smoothed it over. But the reason why is because Justin Bieber probably threatened him. So you want to be in my crew, you have to do what I say though. But whatever, screw Justin Bieber. The guy's a little bitch, to be honest though. So here at Distractional Studios, we have a new thing we're going to do. If you want to go to our Facebook page at Distractional Studios, and if you want to submit a video, we're going to let you win a date with our lovely Distractional models. Who could it be? Who could it be? It could be someone we might know. It could be someone. But the thing is, what you want? Yeah, what we want you to do. We got a lot of lovely ladies here. We want you to send us a message ladies, guys, of why you think you should be on a date. We're going to film it. And we'll have you on the show if you win, and you have to go on a lovely date with one of our lovely models. Maybe, definitely not me, because no one wants to go on a date with me. But we'll have one of our models. You submit your reason why you want to be on the show. Keep it 2 minutes and under, and send it to go on our Facebook page at Distractional Studios. Like us and send us a message why. We'll pick the winner. You have until May 3rd to send your videos and go on a date. Take her to McDonald's, take her to the Keg.
Don't take her to McDonald's.
Don't take her to a back alley.
You won't win if you want to take her to McDonald's.
I've taken girls to McDonald's and I've won. That's something. There's nothing
wrong. I'll have a Big Mac all day, every day.
You know what? McDonald's is expensive now. It's a Big Mac meal's $10.
So they have those like even better burgers that are like 12 something.
I stick to the original. Stick to Big Macs.
Yeah.
So if I took you to McDonald's, you would not be impressed?
Month. That's an expensive month.
That Monopoly stuff's a scam. I know that for sure. That's a scam though. Would you, so if I asked you on a date and took you to McDonald's, would you be impressed? Or are you a Burger King girl?
No, definitely not a Burger King girl. I'm definitely a Mickey D's kind of girl.
So if I took you to McD's and I got you like a junior chicken?
I don't know. I have to really like you.
Everyone likes me. And you get a junior chicken, that's a good deal, to be honest though.
Junior chicken, not even a Big Mac?
You get to go for dinner and you get to play the Monopoly games. It's a great night, to be honest.
Happy Meals are pretty sweet though.
Oh, you're gonna get a Happy Meal after. Sexual harassment at the workplace. That's what I just did. But yeah, or they can take you to Chuck E. Don't take them to Chuck E. Cheese. That's just wrong. Oh, and by the way, you have to be 18 years and older because that's creepy if you're younger. And please, no dick pics because I have to look at it and I don't want to see that, to be honest though. So yeah, so send your video request and a reason why you think you should be the winner at Distractional Studios on Facebook. And you have until May 3rd. And ladies,
we'll hook you up on a date.
Ladies too.
Yeah.
Ladies, guys, send your reason why. We got some fine
men in here. Yoshi.
Yeah, we have some fun. We have Chino. Guy's dressed is so fine. He pisses wine.
Yeah, he's got some swag.
Take out Mike. Take out our main man, Mike.
Anybody who wants to be hooked up on a date, we want to find you love.
Oh, please, no serial killers.
Distractional style.
No serial killers because we don't have enough mops to clean up after, and we could become
no cleaning crew.
Yeah, no, we've become kind of fond of our cast members, so we don't want to do any cleanup though. But so you're a makeup artist.
I am.
Okay, so I was meant to ask you last week, but I forgot, and I remember I was peeing at home. I was like, I should have asked her that question.
It's funny how you think of me when you do these things.
Oh, don't worry. I think of you every time I pee. Just when I pee, though, I'll go, Ashley, what's the biggest job you've done? That came out wrong. But what's the biggest kind of makeup job that you've done? Like many models or a big, huge number of people? What's the biggest?
There's been a few big gigs that I've done. I've done some pageants. So I've done pageants where I've worked with just the one girl for the series of like a whole week. And I've done pageants where I've done makeup for all the pageant ladies. And I've done big weddings with like huge bridal parties. I've done short films, large films.
Have you dealt with any bridezillas?
No, everybody tends to like me. I don't really have an issue with that.
That's where we differ. No one likes me.
Usually the mother of the bride, to be honest, are usually the ones that take a little extra more finesse. But I had a wedding this past weekend. Congratulations.
You got married? Congratulations.
No, not me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was going to buy you a gift.
I'm seeing somebody, but...
Oh, see, you just made a confirmation right there. It's committed right there. Screw a Facebook commit. You just did online commit.
That's skip that. My goodness.
Jeez.
But yeah, I did a wedding this past Saturday. Congratulations to Melissa and Chris, and I had a great time with them. They were a great bridal party. So much fun, and everybody was so pretty.
Jeez, I'm sweating.
Take it easy, guys.
No. Sorry. So your story is interesting. It's really hot. God, I'm a ginger, so the light just absorbs my pale skin. Like my kitty cat shirt. There's cats in space.
I do like this.
What's your favorite cat?
They're like I like this one. It's great.
I just did it so she can touch me. Plan succeeded.
In the nipple area.
Nipple region. By the way, speaking of nipples, though, don't have a segue there. So, like I said before, how long have you been doing makeup?
Oh, 10 years plus.
10 years, though.
10 years plus.
So, are you happy with your choice? Like,
I am.
That sounds very conceited. Like I sound like your mother. Are you happy with the choice you made in life? You should have got into welding.
Did you make the right decision?
But now, what kind of, like I said before, though, how long do you think it would take me to be in the makeup chair? Because, like I said, I'm pale. I have red hair. How long?
Oh, guys' makeup is so easy, like 5 minutes.
Yes, but I'm a prima
donna. But if I was gonna like do you up in drag or whatever, it'd be like a good hour.
Jeez.
Come on, let me do it.
What kind of wig should I wear if I'm in drag?
What
would be my drag
like
name?
A fire. Oh, let's make one up.
Like a beehive, something? What would be my drag name?
We'd have to like.
You think about that for a second. I'm gonna tell you what's happening next episode. So next Tuesday it's gonna be a pack show. We're gonna have the band Black Cloud. We're gonna have beauty pageant winner and Miss Toronto, Priya. They're going to be on the show next week, so it's going to be a packed show. Definitely check out that show and check out all our other shows because self-promotion is the best thing you can do. But yeah, the band Black Cloud will be on next week. Also, if you want to go to distractionalstudios.com and you want to get all great t-shirts, look, my hair's a mess because I'm sweating. But our t-shirts, you can get there. You get small, medium, large, and if you're fat ass, extra large. You can get the Distractional Studio logo on it, though. You can also go to our Facebook page, like we said before, and fill out our contest to win a date with one of our Distractional models. And yeah, you can also follow our other shows. Mixclusive is after this show.
Did you check them out last week? With
I did.
House Heads.
Those guys were dope. It was a good show.
DJ Chen's dope.
It's a good show. Yeah. So after this show, we're on break for like an hour or so. We have Mixclusive coming in. DJ coming in.
DJ Calix. Right? I think that's his name. Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna catch it.
Me too. But so, what's my drag name?
Oh, I'm thinking something with fire. But like, I feel like it can be like borderline.
How about Nitro?
Like
How about Nitro? Oh, that's so cool. You don't mess with someone named Nitro.
But Nitro's like a blue flame. Nitro's is a blue flame.
How about Kitty Cat? Would Kitty Cat be a good name? I'm a little pussy. I like pussy. As you can tell on my shirt.
Getting scratched.
Yes.
In the anal area.
I'm sorry. What the hell? I'm sorry. What the hell just happened? Okay.
I took it there.
Wow. You
let everybody know.
Apparently, I like to be scratched in the anal area. Okay, so we're gonna end our show on that high note. So tune in next week for our pack show with Black Cloud. Priya, stay tuned for Mixclusive. I want to give a big thanks to Sid Goldberg and his wonderful alien discussion. Ashley Fernandez and her makeup and her anal scratching fetish. And so we're gonna end it off with a big thanks to Mike, Chino, Yoshi at Distractional Studios. Big thanks to this sexy beast right here. And yes. So also, check out Gino's drink, Neon.
Yeah, we gotta give a shout out to Neon and everybody out there. Neon,
that stuff is good. Do you guys have a slogan yet? How about I just make up a slogan for you? That stuff is good. There's nothing wrong with that. That's good. So big thanks for everybody here at Live Social Media News. Distractional runs on Neon.
It runs on Neon.
Yes, it runs on Neon.
We run on
So apparently a big thanks from everybody here at Distractional Studios. We'll see you next week. Same place, same time. And my chair is turning without me moving. So once again, thank you and have a good night. We'll see you next week. Thank you, everyone.
Hey guys, what's up? You're here with Team Distractional on location. I am
Here's
Ashley
you, pretty.
Fernandez. You're here with me, and Chino. We are at Nest. This is the last night of Base Week. We hope you guys had a great time this week with us. We've had a great time with Base Week, and we want to say what's up and thank you to Mike at #DubHub for making this all happen for us this week. We also want to say what's up to Team Distractional, Yoshi, Mike, and Walter. What is up? We want to say thank you for being with us. Our night is just getting started, so stay with us. we're going to have a closure here for Base Week. We want to say thank you for staying with us, and we'll see you at the next event to Distractional location. Peace.
Listen to the sound.